Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve here, Raiken Profit, RaikenProfit.com. Coming to you guys with a quick update video from phase one of my transition into my new apartment. And if you guys are wondering, I actually just got finished moving. I ended up downsizing just a little bit because my old apartment, it was like 1,700 square feet, plus it had like 500 or 600 square feet in the garage. So I thought that I could use all that space, but I didn't need all of that space. So I figured I'd save myself a couple $100 and be resourceful. So I moved to a new place, and I wanted to share with you guys my new area, my new little work setup. This is just phase one, and I have a lot of work to do. If you guys know me, you know that I've been primarily selling on Amazon. I've got a couple eBay accounts, and I've been doing it very, very part-time. About 3 or 4 months ago, I was going pretty hard with it for a couple months, and then it phased out, and I was focusing on Amazon and different things. So a lot of this inventory that you see is going to actually need to be listed up. And I guess you could say that I'm finally attacking my death pile. But I'll tell you this right now, a lot of the items that I buy, clothing, let me switch things up a little bit, electronics, I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff in a few minutes, holds its value very, very well. So just to be 100% transparent, there was a time, probably over the last 3 or 4 months, where I haven't been selling very much on eBay. And I've still been going out thrifting, buying books and different things for FBA. But if I came across a clothing item, or if I came across a cool item that I knew I could eventually get to, I would buy it. And I would put it into my little savings account, my little hoarder account. So over the next couple of months, I'm going to be getting back into the swing of things with eBay. I'm actually looking to hire a lister, so I may come out with an official video taking on applications, but I might have somebody that I'm going to be hiring at $12 an hour. I need to figure things out. But for now, I'm going to be listing. I'm going to be doing the work very part-time until I find someone who could help me to do the listing, photography, and all that good stuff. But let me show you my little setup. It's not perfect. It's phase one. There's a lot of work that I need to do. I've got some new things that I've ordered in the mail from Amazon and a couple different things that I need to set up. But I want to show you phase number one so you can finally see in a couple weeks when I have everything all set up and organized and I guess ready to go, then you can kind of see the difference. So let me flip things around. Where's the little flipper? Cool. So here's my first little area. I was actually just taking some pictures and whatnot. Nothing's probably going to be where it is where you see it now. I've just finally gotten done cleaning up the area. So where you see things are positioned, the lights, some bikes that I have to sell and keep for myself. I'm a big bike rider. Everything you see is just kind of where I've put it for the time being. But here we've got a little table with some lights. Some nice bright daylight lights going down. And that's where I've been kind of taking pictures today of some of the smaller items. So nothing super complicated right here. Just a nice table. You can get one of these from Lowe's or Home Depot for, I don't know, 30, 35 bucks. I really like those because they fold up. These lights are by Lime Studio. And let's see if I can see the details on them. These are 120 volt, 85 watt. I think they're 5500. I don't know what it's called, but let me just show you the setup, what I got going on. I actually picked up a bunch of these shelving systems at a garage sale a while ago. So that was a good deal. I got them for like $5 or $10 each. So I got a bunch of those. I've got my clothing racks right there. This is my basement, if you guys are wondering. So I've been lucky enough to be blessed with a basement that has the floors painted very nice, ceilings painted, the walls painted. So yeah, clothing racks right there. You guys know I'm a big fan of the industrial clothing racks. These are all the clothing racks that I have left. I actually sold off most of them when I did that big deal and sold off most of my clothing inventory. I had about 1,000 items that I had sold. So a lot of these items you see have to be listed in terms of clothing. I have quite a few items of clothing listed up. And you see my inventory numbers there and everything. But a lot of these clothes need to be listed. But yeah, industrial racks right there. Clothing all over it. Got the different little inventory numbers. Here's the shelves. There's some Amazon stuff that needs to be shipped out, some that's already listed, whole bunch of boxes that need to get thrown away. But yeah, here's the angle. This basement's probably, I don't know, 600 or 800 square feet. Little water heater and all that good stuff. But this is my setup. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. So maybe you guys can give me some advice. So this is where I have things set up right now. My buddy Tim, he had come over yesterday. And essentially what we did was we had this table moved to the left. And we were taking pictures with the mannequin in front of the white wall. And we were using the white wall as the background. We had the, the lighting, pointed at the item. And pictures were coming out really well. But I'm trying to figure out how to set up my my photography station. So I'm thinking about possibly just using the white wall right here to shoot pictures against, because I think it'll come out clean. I am trying to make a decision if I'm going to do that or if I should buy a nice backdrop. I did a video the other day talking about the different types of backdrops and backgrounds and whatnot. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. One thing that I did purchase is I purchased the Amazon Basics Photography Cube. It's a little tiny cube, which I'll be sure to review it and show you guys a video when it comes in. Right now they're out of stock. I purchased it anyways, hoping it comes into stock within the next few days or so. But it was like $130. It's got lights built in. It's like a little tiny cube, and you could take pictures of your small little items and whatnot. So I'm excited for that to come in, which I will share with you guys. But I'm trying to figure out if I should keep this set up right here and have the mannequin, my good little mannequin friend, in front of the wall and just use that as my background, or if I should get a backdrop, because I've got plenty of room, right? I've got plenty of room. I could take that clothing rack out and I could put a backdrop against that wall. So I could do that. And I could even get like a dark backdrop over here and then have the white wall over there. So if I ever have like, super light colors, instead of shooting like, a white shirt against this white wall, which will kind of look like crap, have a dark backdrop over there with some more lights, right? And use that so I could bounce back and forth. And again, the plan isn't for me to be listing. The plan is to find a lister. So that's my next big goal. Find a lister to list, photograph, clean, measure, all that good stuff. And I think I actually found somebody. A friend of mine actually just reached out to me and said he knows somebody who has worked at a pawn shop his whole life. And he actually does eBay listings like all the time. So I'm not sure. I'm going to be interviewing him and talking to him shortly. One other concern that I had for you guys, and I want to ask you guys what you think, is say, for example, I hire somebody and, I go through the interview process and, I like them and everything like that and everything's good to go. One concern I had was if I'm not in the room with them managing all the time, how do you trust that, they don't go into this area and steal from you, right? Obviously, I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt that I could trust them and that they're honest. But what would you do? Would you set up maybe like a security camera in either corner? Is that something that you might want to do? Because I know they have the ones where it just connects directly to your phone and you can watch the recordings. Or do you just trust them? What would you do in that situation? But that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on, and also figuring out the situation with whether I'm going to take the risk with under the table or if I'm going to 1099 contract them or make them an employee. So that's another thing that I'm going to be thinking about as well. And I know there's certain rules you have to follow in terms of 1099 in somebody versus having them as an employee. There's certain things that you can do. There's certain things that you can't do, which in turn would make them an employee, or you can get away with the 1099. So that's another thing that I'm going to be working on. But right now, this is phase number one. It's pretty clean right now. I've got to organize this. This is going to be my little shipping area. Up here, I've got a bunch of ink that I use for my Brother laser printers. If you guys are printing labels for eBay, don't use the regular ink ones. Always get yourself a laser printer because they take toner, saves you a ton of money, and it's quick. Let me flip this around because my arm is so tired holding it up. There's my little Conair steamer. So essentially what you do is you take this out Put some water in this little puppy. I haven't used this in a while, you can tell. Put some water in there, plug her in, and steam starts to come out of here, and then you could clean. So this is gonna be my shipping area in terms of my shipping supplies. The biggest and best ones that I like, well, they're not the biggest, but they're the best. I love, for clothing, I love messing with these padded flat rate envelopes. These things are awesome. So definitely check these things out, USPS.com. They are free. I think they're like $6 and change to ship. Obviously, you're gonna want your medium flat rates, large flat rates. Down there, we've got some Zone A, Zone B, Regional A, Regional B boxes. Some other random ones in there, some envelopes. But that's pretty much it. Let me ask you guys a quick favor. Hit the like button if you guys enjoy this behind the scenes video. I've got a bunch of stuff that is listed and then needs to be listed. I actually just sold a video game right now. Cool. Let me get that off the screen. Got a bunch of shoes that need to be listed. I love selling these items right here. I just popped on this the other day. Check this out. A Rawlings leather baseball mitt. I don't know if I got it half off or not, but $8. This thing will definitely go for 30 plus. So yeah, guys, bunch of items. Again, I've got to organize this. These things are not very organized very well. So I'm going to be inventory labeling them and setting up my system. So this, that's a big mess. This, that's a big mess. That's pretty good. Got to organize this area. But that's it. So we fetch some questions, see what's going on. The lighting's really weird in here, so I apologize. 111 people watching live. Very, very cool. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. You know, I moved into this place because it had, one of the things that I liked is it had the really, big basement. I didn't expect it to be this big because this place was like really hard to get into. There was only one place open in this whole complex of like thousands of them. And I just had to take it on goodwill. I couldn't even walk into this place and see it beforehand. I only saw the floor plan, but it had a garage. It had the basement, multi-floor. So I just popped on it. And when I walked into this basement, because I saw a model one, which was like half the size, I was like, whoa, this is huge. So I'm just really excited to turn this thing into my little eBay, Amazon workplace. And just want to share with you guys phase one. So that's it. If you have any more questions, for some reason they're not popping up on the screen right now. I'm sure you guys are typing and liking the video, but I'm on YouTube Live on my phone, so for some reason I'm not seeing it. But again, leave a comment after this video. I'm going to end it in a second. I'll answer all the questions. I'll go through and spend however long it takes to answer your questions. So feel free to leave a comment below. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. Hopefully I'll get to phase number 2 within probably 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. We'll move on to phase 2. I'll show you the photography cube. If that comes in, the backdrop, if I decide to get one, everything all organized and clean, and we will touch base then. I got a lot of work to do, guys. So I'm gonna go find myself an eBay lister / photographer / 1099 / maybe employee. We'll see. I'll come back to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.